Today we are going to be talking about pronouns. So, pronouns are used to take the place of a noun. As we learned about in lesson 48, a personal pronoun is a pronoun that takes the place of a specific person or thing. So, not just any pencil, but this pencil, it. Subject pronouns have to do with what part of the sentence the pronoun goes in. So in a subject pronoun, the pronoun is being used as the subject of the sentence. Remember, a sentence is made up of a subject, the who or the what that the sentence is about, and the predicate, what happens. So does the subject do something? Or is the subject something, right? So the subject is the who or what the sentence is about. Here is a table of singular and plural pronouns. So a singular sentence would have I, right? I am sitting on my bed. But if there was more than one person, if the subject became plural, you would replace I with we. We are sitting on my bed. If your sentence, the subject was you and it was singular, you are going for a walk. When we make it plural, even if you're talking about more than one person, we still say you. You are going on a walk. You could say that to one person, you could say that to 5 people. If the subject of your sentence is he, she, or it, he is going to the park, she is going to the park, it is going to the park. If you're talking about maybe a dog, then you could replace it with they if there's more than one person. They are going to the park. So this is one of the charts we're going to be looking at. Some sentences have a compound subject, where the subject is made up of more than one person or thing, and this will actually be presented by using more than one noun and pronoun. The tricky part in these situations is to sometimes know which pronoun to use. So I'll give you 2 examples and we'll talk about which one is correct. So in this set of sentences, the subject is not just Abigail, it's Abigail and the person that went swimming. So we have to decide whether that person is me or that person is I. So you might automatically know when you hear it, Abigail and me went swimming last night versus Abigail and I went swimming last night. You might be able to tell, but if you can't, the easiest trick to be able to tell is actually to make the pronoun the only subject. So if we get rid of Abigail and then we look and go, okay, does it make sense to say me went swimming last night or I went swimming last night? Now, it actually only makes sense to say I went swimming last night. So this is the correct pronoun. You would use I. So you would say Abigail and I went swimming last night because we would never say me went swimming last night. So in your assignment, you will see 2 pronouns in brackets and you will need to choose which one is correct and you'll write it on the line that's on the right hand side. We don't have it here, but on your page you will see it. I did want to go over number 2 with you because there will be some of these where you actually need to make one more change. So if we were to look at this and we're trying to choose between Lau and I are working together or Lau and me are working together, we can take out the Lau and we can see I are working together, me are working together. Now, the reality is that neither of these sounds right because I and me are both singular pronouns. And as we know from making our verbs agree, are is a plural verb, right? So you would say they are, we are. You wouldn't say he are. You would say he is. So in order to tell if it should be I or me, you need to change this plural verb into a singular verb. So instead of saying are, you could say is. So would you say, oh, sorry, never mind. Because it's with is, you don't say I is, you say I am. So you could say I am working. You would leave out the together. Or would you say me am working? Well, you would say I am working. So that would be our answer for this one. The correct pronoun would be I, so that your sentence would read, Lau and I are working together. So hopefully that helps just for those situations. The other special circumstance I want to talk about is when the pronoun is at the beginning of the sentence. So in this example, for them or they and their friends are often late. So in this case, we would actually get rid of the second half of the subject. So we would get rid of the and their friends. So then we would see, is it them are often late or they are often late? And you can probably tell just from listening to it that they are often late sounds more correct than them are often late. That doesn't quite sound natural. So it would be they. For your fresh grade comment, I'm going to ask that you write one example of a sentence with a compound subject that includes a personal pronoun. So questions 1 through 14 are all examples of a sentence with a compound subject, and they all have a personal pronoun. So if you can either create your own if you want to be creative, or you can just choose one of the questions and write in the sentence with the correct personal pronoun.